Hi, I'm Hannah Newmark.
And I'm Arianna Ahmed, reporting for the Lobby Observer.
The topic of immigration has recently been at the forefront of everyone's minds due to the changing policies regarding deportation and other aspects of immigration over the past couple of years.
Since his second term began in January of this year, Trump's administration has been focusing on the deportation side of immigration. They have been sending out the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement all over the country to find and detain a multitude of undocumented immigrants and deport them back to their home countries.
Not long ago, Trump paused the resettlement of tens of thousands of refugees who'd already been approved to relocate to the United States. Additionally, he recently ended humanitarian parole for immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Venezuela, and Nicaragua, leaving more than 500,000 already living here in legal limbo.
Let's head down to field reporter ND, who will be interviewing WHS history teacher Mr. O'Brien on the facts regarding immigration.
Hello, and I'm here with
Mr. O'Brien.
And Mr. O'Brien, with the new immigration policy made by the Trump administration, what do you think students should focus on the most?
What do I think students should focus on the most?
Yes.
Well, we have these issues with immigration from time to time. It's a recurring theme in American history. I know a lot of the students in the building are concerned about the course that the Trump administration is taking, but we've had this issue before. In this instance, it just happens to come a lot closer to kids in the building. So I think that they should learn their rights up front, know what they should and shouldn't do. It's a reasonable thing to say that we need to curtail immigration. It's just as reasonable a thing to say we should be respectful and both of the people and the rule of law. So these kids will have to decide how they're going to act if it comes to them personally.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thanks, ND. It's great to learn of a general summary of immigration in our country from a faculty member's perspective.
Due to recent policy changes from the Trump administration and its focus on lowering the rate of illegal entrance into the U.S., immigration has been all over local and national news.
Sometimes it can be difficult to separate fact from opinion in a world where so many points of views are offered. If you are looking to learn strictly facts, sources like AP News and Reuters are reliable news outlets that you can go on to learn more information about the aspects that surround immigration.
Yes, we are constantly having different opinions and perspectives being introduced to us, and reliable news outlets can help decrease confusion for many.
Field reporter Myra Buch spoke with Laura Watkins, who is the Westboro-Southboro Neighborhood Support Team leader, a group of Ascentria volunteers who welcomes new refugee families to the Worcester area and community. She, along with her group of volunteers, work to provide housing and supplies for these refugees and help them get settled into life in a new country. Let's hear from Myra and Laura now.
Laura, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Myra?
I'm good. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, I just wanted to start off by asking you a little bit about the work that you do with Ascentria and kind of what led you into that mission and how this whole initiative started for you.
I had seen some, immigrant, migrant families at a hotel the summer of 2023.
Okay.
But I didn't really know anything about it except maybe what I saw on the news or read in the paper.
Right.
But in December of 2023, a former coworker of mine contacted me. Her family member was an English teacher, ESL, for a resettlement agency in Worcester, and they had a family that arrived on a Friday night. Now, unfortunately, nothing is open until Monday, and they were from a very warm climate, and they had nothing to prepare them. So, just through the Buy Nothing Westboro groups and my family, we came up with some winter coats. I drove to the Ascentria agency, and they were so happy but overwhelmed because they had nowhere to put them.
Mm-hmm.
And the director just made a decision to send me to the hotel, and went in and I said to the manager, I'm here with winter coats, and what do you want me to do? He's like, well, what did they tell you to do? I said, they didn't. They said, just go. He said, all right, come on in to the breakfast room and just start setting up, and I'll go knocking on doors. And before I knew it, I had 94 people from very warm climates in sandals and no coats. and there weren't even enough coats. Then I started reaching out on Buy Nothing Westboro and Southboro Care and Share for winter coats, hats, and gloves, especially for children. And all of a sudden, I had all these other people jumping in to help. And that's just kind of how it got started.
Well, thank you so much, Laura, for coming in and speaking with us. I think it's so important to hear about all of these different experiences and hear about these families, whether it's these anecdotal stories or hearing about maybe the struggles that they're facing or the rapidly changing environment right now. It's always important to hear these new perspectives. So thank you again so much.
I would like to actually use this opportunity to thank the communities of Westboro and Southboro. We formed the neighborhood support team between the two towns, and this could never have happened without their support. The people in these communities have been so incredibly kind and considerate and generous and thoughtful. And it has had more meaning than you will ever know. So thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, thank you again for coming in, and I'm going to give it back to Hannah and Arianna.
Thanks, Myra. It's so interesting to hear from someone at the forefront of immigration directly, as opposed to the social media and news sources that we regularly hear from.
This is a heavy topic in our country and current politics all around the world. Policies regarding immigration have recently been changing at a rapid pace, but it is so crucial to stay informed and up to date as they evolve, as it is an issue that impacts each and every American.
This has been Arianna Ahmed
And Hannah Newmark, reporting for the Lobby Observer in Studio 33 at Westboro TV.